So thank you for taking the ride with us, for going on the journey, for believing, for committing, for waiting. I've actually heard that's the hardest part. That was New York City. Developers, customers, analysts, press, everyone blown away. And as of today, the energy of BlackBerry 10 is here in Europe. It's moving across the continent like a wave. Last week it hit the UK, and this actually is some of what the European press had to say. Sky News said, for example, the OS looks hugely powerful. The demonstrations of Message Hub, the intuitive keyboard, video, BBM, and parallel work in personal security settings will have assured longtime BlackBerry fans that this is a handset that's worth investing in. I've been involved in some major launches in my career, but I can tell you that none are more exciting than this. The kind of energy and momentum that we've seen is a whole new experience. And how about the stars of the launch, the new devices? The all-new Touch, the all-touch, all-new Z10, the classic physical keyboard Q10. They're gorgeous, aren't they? Have you seen these? They are gorgeous. Totally redesigned, totally re-engineered, totally reinvented. And of course, we've reinvented the company as well. RIM is now BlackBerry. One brand, one promise, the same name, inside and out. So how about it? Anybody want to see what the new BlackBerry can do? All right, well, please welcome a familiar face. Vivek, come on out here and give me a hand. Please welcome Vivek Bhardwaj, the head of software portfolio for BlackBerry.
Thank you. How's it going?
Awesome,
good,
awesome.
Good.
So the theme of developing applications for BlackBerry 10 is integrated, social, and beautiful. And what I'd like to show everybody today is some examples of that.
Sure. So let's start with social. And clearly, social is about sharing. So I'm going to take a moment to kind of perform a demo here, which I know you're going to enjoy, Alec.
Yeah.
Do you mind posing?
I'll pose.
OK, this will be interesting. I am actually going to provide all of you with this photo, because this is hilarious. Right. So you're aware of time shift and the capability we have in our camera. And Alec clearly has some serious issues. Yep, time shift's not going to fix that. But you can see how we take a picture, we capture the moment, or the worrying moment for you. Now, I'll take this photo, and we built the share framework everywhere inside the platform.
You're not.
I'm putting it out there, yeah. That's going out, real time. So I hit share, and suddenly you see this generic framework come in place, right? This is every application. You see BBM, Facebook, Foursquare. And again, for developers, you just integrate. You can get inside this framework and then share content. It's that easy.
So developers don't actually have to do anything here. They have to interact with all those different social networks.
Exactly.
One framework to
really
bind them all, to use a metaphor from... Anyway.
Your metaphors are worrying. So let's
they all understand it. They're just as geeky as me. You're not really putting that on Twitter.
I am. This is going out. Sucks to be you.
You took a nice photo of Torsten.
Yeah, and there you go. Now, I'm sorry, I had to. This went differently in the rehearsal. So you'll notice now that I've sent that out, and you'll heard a notification. Well,
yeah, there was a notification.
Yeah, so we've talked about social. Let's talk about integration. Well, everyone wants confirmation of that photo getting out to the Twitter sphere. So now, when I peek over to the hub, you'll see your upload has succeeded.
So it really has gone to Twitter.
You're viral. Now, you'll notice that that's real integration. So we take social integration, and your applications can be a part of this framework too. So you can share content and then also be part of the BlackBerry Hub.
Cool. Yeah. Great. What about beautiful?
OK. Well, I was talking to the guys at Extreme Labs who built the AccuWeather app. And this is a great example of how beautiful applications can look. Again, leveraging everything Cascades has to offer. You can see with the menus, that BlackBerry flow, everything looks beautiful, fast, easy to use. They've made use of BBM, so it's social as well, really well integrated. Even gestures from the top, kind of swiping to bring more and more settings.
Yeah, the part I love about that is the application now becomes an instantiation of the entire BlackBerry 10 experience, right? Exactly. It's just natural to use.
Yeah, exactly. And again, you can see a live weather map running here. And I know it's been raining a lot in Amsterdam.
Wow.
So again, great example of a beautiful application.
OK, so you've got a Q10 sitting here on the desk as well.
Yes.
How does that application experience translate onto this device?
Well, we can take the same application. So again, leveraging active frames, you can see the app there minimized. The app looks beautiful. And I spoke to the guys at Extreme Labs. This took them about 3 hours to bring across.
Pretty good, eh?
That
3
easy,
hours?
Right? Exactly the same experience. All the controls that you'd expect, the integration to BBM, again, looks beautiful even on the Q10.
Just a little smaller because of the smaller screen size.
Exactly.
Wonderful. So I know there's one additional integration point that's coming on Q10. What about that?
Yeah, and actually, this is one of the most exciting things. You mentioned it earlier about the physical keyboard. Well, we've always done a great physical keyboard, and now with Q10, it'll be even better. We're introducing a new feature called Type and Go. And essentially, as it says, I begin typing. I think of an action. This could be email, BBM, Facebook. I think of who I want to interact with.
Nice.
And I go straight to compose email. It's that easy.
Is that cool? One of the features I always loved about BlackBerry was those hotkeys. So how can a developer take advantage of that?
Well, so later this year, Chris and his team are going to put this out as an API, so all of you can engage with this. Whether it's BBM, Tweet, or any of your applications, you can also type and go on the Q10.
Awesome. Thanks, Vivek.
Thanks,
Appreciate
Alec.
you doing this.
Thanks a lot.
So, when you add all this together, integrated, social, beautiful, customers get that BlackBerry 10 flow. And you get the basis to make unique applications that are designed for BlackBerry 10. Now, speaking of applications, we launched with the largest number of applications for any first-generation platform in the history of computing, not just mobile, of computing, 70,000. That bears repeating. We launched BlackBerry 10 with the absolute largest number of applications for any first-generation platform ever. And in fact, new applications are roaring into the BlackBerry World store these days at a rate of over 1,000 per day. Incredible. So many of those applications were specifically designed for BlackBerry 10 and passed our Built for BlackBerry certification program. And these apps came from all over the world, including every European nation, accounting for about 25% of the total. And they came from all categories of applications, from entertainment, games, business and productivity, lifestyle, just to name a few. In other words, in just a few days, BlackBerry 10 has transformed from an idea into a game-changing reality. And the main driver behind this transformation is you and developers like you. For example, you might remember the interesting story of Greek developer Haraleos Kalogiru. And I'm going to refer to him as Harry from now on because it's hard to pronounce that name. And that's what he calls himself, so it's OK. He ported his iOS game, Popcorny, to the BlackBerry Playbook tablet and to the BlackBerry 10 Dev Alpha device in just a few days. Harry, are you in the audience? No, he's not. Anyway, he was. I saw him the other day. He blogged. Where? Back there? Oh, at the back. Anyway. So he blogged about how fast and easy the process was, and a few weeks later, he developed Flycraft, which is a game exclusively for the BlackBerry Playbook tablet. The game was voted Best New Game by Crackberry.com for its Reader's Choice Awards in 2012. And Flycraft is now a BlackBerry 10 app and available in BlackBerry World. That's just one example. We've met hundreds of developers over the last year as we've traveled the world, just like Harry, just like you, committed to the platform, sharing our excitement, sharing our belief, sharing our dream, and then doing the work to make that dream real. We saw it in Orlando, where we gave you Dev Alpha so you could go from idea to reality. We saw it in 44 jam sessions in 37 countries with more than 9,300 attendees on the BlackBerry Jam World Tour. We saw it at the BlackBerry Tech Centers, most recently in London, where we partnered with you to polish your apps before putting them into BlackBerry World. And at our 36-hour global portathons. Those caught on like wildfire. In one weekend alone, you and your colleagues submitted 15,000 applications, and at the next weekend, at another portathon, another 19,000 applications. These events were so successful, we had to actually extend the deadlines to be able to process all your submissions. And that's what I mean by momentum. And leading the way with 1,050 of these apps were our BlackBerry elite developers. They set the bar, they showed us what was possible, and we're delighted to have nearly all of you here today. So where are you? Can you stand up for me, BlackBerry elite developers? Awesome. Awesome. You guys set the standard for all of us. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much. We've traveled the world from Orlando to Asia, and everywhere we went, we found excitement and commitment. So we asked you to put it in words. Give us your reasons to believe in BlackBerry 10. And you know, we were hoping to get 10,000 reasons. The campaign was called 10,000 Reasons to Believe. And you know how many reasons you gave us? Well, you more than double it. You gave us 20,000 reasons to believe. And more than just words, you gave us your word and you kept it. You said that if we gave you those dev alphas to test your apps, you'd submit them to the store in advance of the launch. And that's what you did in historic numbers. So as a reward for your unprecedented efforts, we're building 12,000 new limited edition BlackBerry Z10s just for you. Would you guys like to see what these look like? I happen to have one. So there it is. It's red. If BlackBerry Z10 is a classic European luxury sedan, this baby, it's a sports car. And they really are limited edition devices. Back cover here, it says BlackBerry 10 developer, and it's inscribed with a serial number. Each of these is unique with a specific etched-in serial number. So these are exclusive, unique devices. You are the only ones who will have these devices because you are the ones who earned them. You took the leap with us. You submitted your apps before the launch. You contributed in a real way to our shared success, and we thank you for doing that. Now, I have one small additional announcement to make about these. As we got close to launch, many of you wrote us and said, we had our dev alphas and we missed the date. We can't get one of these limited edition devices. So today, we're going to extend that deadline for these limited edition devices, for those of you who missed the first deadline, don't miss the second one, to February 28th. And after that, it really is cut off. Developer devices, for developers only, you have until February 28th to get those applications in. The doors are open again. Please take advantage of that. We want you to have these devices. Now, once you have your very own cool red BlackBerry Z10, what are you going to do with it? Build more applications. You can show it off, of course, show it off. I mean, all your friends are going to be jealous. But build more applications for the BlackBerry Z10. Applications that take advantage of the unique features of BlackBerry. Applications that are differentiated experiences that add function and appeal. In other words, I know you've all built lots of applications, but don't just port the ones that you've built over. Build us applications that are specifically for BlackBerry 10. Yes, we had record numbers of apps at the portathons, which translates into record numbers of apps in the store when we launched. Many of you know about the Built for BlackBerry certification program. Apps that achieve Built for BlackBerry certification are optimized for the platform to appeal to consumers. It's a crowded marketplace, folks, and it's getting more crowded every day, and that's a good thing. But to stand out in that crowded marketplace, good is not going to be good enough. Your app is going to need to be great, and to be great, it needs to be integrated, social, and beautiful. It needs to be built for BlackBerry. Users are going to have a better experience. Apps will get better reviews. You'll get better sales. Isn't that why we're all here, to do what it takes to succeed? So what does a built for BlackBerry app look like? What makes it better by design? What makes it great? And to answer these questions, please welcome from Snipper, Brecht Boster. Welcome, Brecht.
Thanks, Alec. Good to be here.
Yep. So I want to use your app to talk about the key things that make a built for BlackBerry application. One is user benefits. Does the app provide increased productivity or entertainment or enhanced communication? And two is the user experience. Does it provide a signature BlackBerry 10 experience? Does it look and work like a BlackBerry 10 application? That's the seen element of the total experience. And three is the unseen dimension, which is performance, battery use, memory optimization, service integration. So every built for BlackBerry application should reflect these three considerations. Let's have a look at what you've done and see how you've done that.
Great, thanks. So there we go. Snipper is a video sharing app. It allows you to share fragments of video of up to a minute with your friends and family. And you can follow interesting brands, artists, TV shows, and the like. It's, in that sense, much like Twitter, but for video.
Cool.
Now, since we're a social networking app, we believe you should be able to share with all your friends. And that's why we're glad to be bringing Snipper to BlackBerry 10 as well. Let me give you a demo.
OK.
So here on screen are a few of the artists and brands that we already have in Snipper. If you're Dutch, you'll undoubtedly know Marco Borsato. Let me just get his profile. It's loading here now. That must be the Wi-Fi. There we go. So I simply hit follow to be able to follow Marco Borsato and get his videos directly pushed to the device. I will get to that in a bit.
Very cool.
So a video sharing app, of course, is all about sharing video. Alec, I'm going to make sure.
Second time today. BlackBerry 10 rocks.
You said it.
OK.
So you care to say as well? I'm going to share this video with my friends on a public channel, BlackBerry Jam user. I'm going to put in hashtag BB10 or BBJam. There we go. So BBJam. You can download Snipper and do the same. Sorry for that. You can download Snipper and do the same and see your videos appear on the Snipper wall, bb10.snipperwall.com. and share your experiences with BlackBerry 10. Now, as you can see, we're following the Cascades user interface guidelines to make sure that new users can get started with Snipper quickly, right? So then you can pull down to get to the settings menu. We're using the tab bar, and we have context menus that don't get into the way of your content.
Cool. So it's well integrated from that perspective.
Yeah. And of course, since this is a mobile device and video is big, we want to be a first-class citizen. I'll get to that. But of course, a sharing app is all about sharing. So let me tell my friends all about Marco Borsato using the integrated BlackBerry 10 sharing frameworks. So I'm going to tell my friends all about this Marco Borsato channel on Twitter, and they can follow him easily.
Cool. Now, you mentioned about being a first-class citizen.
Yeah. Of course, since video is it takes data to get it to your device and to send it off, we built in a framework that allows you to send out your videos and to download it when you're only on Wi-Fi. So while you're on the road, at least we don't gobble up your data plan. And furthermore, Snipper downloads the videos to your device, so you don't burn data every time you want to watch a video like streaming services do.
Cool. So there you have it, folks. You have an application that does interesting things. It uses the BlackBerry metaphors, and it's a well-behaved citizen on the platform. That's a built for BlackBerry 10 application. Thanks so much, Brecht.
Thanks for being here.
All right. Snipper's a great example of a deep commitment to the platform that we're seeing all over the world, and especially right here in Europe. You can see it in thousands of individual developers, folks like Alessandro Bellotti or Eke, or development shops like like DevelopIQ. And you can see it in our strategic partners on a global, regional, and country-by-country basis. So here, with the latest developments on that front, please welcome Senior Director of EMEA Alliances and Business Development for BlackBerry, Greg Merton. Greg? Thank you.
Thanks, Alec. It's fantastic to be here today in Amsterdam following the launch of BlackBerry 10 last week. Now that customers have started buying and downloading apps and games right here in Europe, it's very exciting. As Alec said, we got here together. And I'd like to say a special thanks to a few of the partners who are in this room today who have been building top applications in Europe. ING Bank, Service to Media, ShareWire, The Saints, Sanoma, eOffice, Telegraph, Magenta, Sustag, DevelopIQ, Interchange, Monetize, MX Data, Refresh Mobile, Lagardère Active Digital, Froggy, Industry, Ubisoft, Tech Mobile, and MobileSoft. Thank you all for your commitment and dedication to the BlackBerry 10 platform. These are some of the smartest people in our industry. They realized early on what more and more people are coming to see. BlackBerry 10 is the future of mobile communications, and the time to seize the opportunity is now. This is a conclusion shared by top application partners across all regions in every major category. Companies like Skype, Amazon Kindle, WhatsApp, all committed to BlackBerry 10. While it's great to have this amazing global support, one of the things that has always differentiated BlackBerry is our focus on local market, local experiences. When customers use a BlackBerry in the Netherlands, they expect global connectedness combined with locally relevant information. Likewise, customers in UK, France, Germany, Italy, and Spain and across the continent. And BlackBerry delivers on these expectations with virtually all the leading brands in every country. Let me highlight some of the local brands committed to BlackBerry 10. Since we are in Amsterdam, let's start with the Netherlands. We have companies like Sanoma Media Nederland. This publisher offers titles like NuPoint NL and Grazia. There is Nederland Omroep Stichting, the Dutch national television, offering BlackBerry 10 users the latest news on their NOS app. Also, Telegraph Media Nederland, with Dutch top-ups like the Telegraph and Autovisie. United Kingdom is another market with amazing local partner support. Key local partners include The Guardian newspaper with an amazing, beautiful app using active frames, social integration, and video, a super native app. Go and download it. We have also banks like RBS, NatWest. And there is this application called Smartphone Money, which allows the BlackBerry Z10 to become a canteen payment prepaid card with NFC and BBM integration. Let's take a look at France. Allociné, which is a tremendous application to get movie theater schedules and locations, and to view trailers and much more. VoyageSNCF.com. If you want to travel in France or across Europe, you can use this app to book and pay for your train ticket. Next up, Spain, with El País, the leading Spanish newspaper. Zara, the top retailer in Spain, and one of the main retailers globally. They will launch their app in 20 countries. And Marca, the leading Spanish sports newspaper. They are building a native Cascade app with very strong BBM social integration. All the leading apps in Spain are on BlackBerry 10. In Germany, a market with high mobile adoption, we are building the local ecosystem to include Kicker. With this football app, your BlackBerry 10 becomes a football information center with scores and news from leagues around the world. With the hotel reservation service app, you can search more than 250,000 hotels worldwide, check availability, current prices, and book the hotel of your choice via your BlackBerry 10. Finally, Italy. Lots of success stories there. We have the main TV station, Mediaset, Sky Italia, La Rai, newspapers such as La Repubblica, and one of the most downloaded apps in Italy, Pronto Treno for Trenitalia, the Italian railways. So on a regional basis, the momentum is ramping up. In every European market, we are attracting the biggest partners, the right partners, the companies who deliver content and experiences that customers really want on their BlackBerry. These apps take advantage of the unique attributes of BlackBerry 10, apps that are integrated, that flow, apps that are relevant and socially connected, apps that are beautiful, apps that are available right now on BlackBerry World. The kind of apps that all of you can be building in your countries. I'm excited about BlackBerry 10. Our partners are excited about BlackBerry 10, and I hope you're excited too. The launch of a new platform is an opportunity that happens only once. So let's take this opportunity. Let's go and build applications for BlackBerry 10. Thank you.
Well done, Greg. Thanks, Greg. So we've seen the momentum in the marketplace. We've looked at the numbers, the reasons why, the unique BlackBerry 10 operating system, and we've seen some apps that capitalize on the unique properties of that system. And some of the powerful partnerships that we've formed to take these competitive advantages to the market, globally and locally. Now, would you like to see how you can get these same kinds of results with your applications? Oh, come on. OK. Here to show you how, please welcome Vice President of Applications and Tools for BlackBerry, Chris Smith. Come on out, Chris. Good to see you. So Chris, I know you guys put in a lot of hours to get the gold code right. And there were a few bugs along the way, right?
A few, yeah, a
so
few.
How did you deal with them?
Well, we fixed most of them, and then we ate a few. To show solidarity with our developers. I mean, it's really important to keep guys like me and you out of the code. So we did what we could, and we ate a few rhino beetles and other.
So what else was on the menu?
Well, of course, crickets, grasshoppers, scorpions.
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 So what was your favorite bug?
Scorpions were the best by far, and by that I mean they tasted the least like dirt. So, yeah.
Okay.
So if anybody else wants to show solidarity and eat a few bugs and tweet and post it to all of our engineers,
I've got a couple of
I'd
spare scorpions, if it's... No takers? All right. Hey.
All right.
Show them what you got.
All
Thanks,
right,
Chris.
Thanks.